Hey Libra, this is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and this just in. This is where we get all up in other folks' business about love and relationships. Turned on my makeup mirror to give us a little more light. Yeah, I do tarot and makeup here and, all kinds of things. Okay, so this reading is good for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's a general reading, let me say that. Feel like I'm forgetting something, but let's move on. Libra, if I hadn't said already, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Before we even get started, Libra, what I'm feeling like for you is I feel like Jupiter has just left your sign and moved into Virgo. I'm sorry, Virgo. Jeez. Just left your sign and moved into Scorpio. And Libra, I feel like that there were some major lessons learned in regards to relationships for you. And I'm kind of feeling like you got it all together. I feel like as a result of that particular transit, Libra, that you really learned how to grab a hold of thyself emotionally to some degree. And I'm not saying that Libras are overly emotional, but we do have those, and I figure where you may have been a little bit expansive in your expression, maybe you now have gotten control over that. You've mastered those things. I feel like you've learned how to balance work and relationships. You know what I'm saying? I think your balance is good. I think Jupiter transiting your sign was really a good deal for you, and you've come out of it much more emotionally. We're talking about love and relationships, so we're going to focus on that. Mature. So let's see what's up. Libra, I also feel like some of y'all might be getting married this month. Okay, so let's move on. All right. We have got the Eight of Coins. I just talked about mastery, right? This is the apprentice, and if you look at this guy, he's concentrating very hard because he's trying to master his craft. And I just said, I think you found the balance with, your money and your relationships and whatnot. And, this is a guy who's focused on his craft, on his money. He knows when to hold them and knows when to fold them. And, this is a guy who, while sometimes he can get a little bit preoccupied with work, Libra, I think in your case, you found the balance and you're still doing real good things. Now, in regards to relationships in particular, Libra, I feel like you may be actually concentrating on one physical body, and you want to master that thing. The next card up, okay, is the Three of Swords. There's been some heartbreak, some deceit. Libra, maybe somebody has tried to come between you and somebody you love. There's been a third party. And this is a Saturn and Libra card. This has restricted you, but like I said, with Jupiter finishing up its transit in your sign, I feel like this Three of Swords is reminding you of what it was and not telling you what it is or what it's going to be. I think this is something that you've already been through. Let's pull the last card. Okay. Queen of Swords, right? Queen of Swords is the, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And if you look there, out of all the signs I mentioned, the only one we see is Libra, and she's the queen. She's the master in the feminine sense. The only other person that matches her, or we're not even going to say excel. He's just the male equivalent, and that's the king. Now, with this, like I said, you have somehow learned how to grab a hold of thyself emotionally, because the Queen of Swords does not operate on emotion. She's observing everything around her. She's analyzing the details. She's finding the balance. And the thing about it is, while she may seem aloof and withdrawn, if you cross her, you will get cut. So I think, Libra, as a result of what you've gone through with the heartbreak and restrictions and things like that in the past, if there is a new person or a new body that you are concentrating on, you can do that without getting emotionally discombobulated. You know how to do that with a level head. You have mastered the emotions. And it's all due to the lessons learned from the Three of Swords. This heartbreak, this deceit, this backstabbing, gossip, cheating or whatever it was that you've had to endure in the past, whether it was you being on the receiving end of these things or whether you were giving it out, Saturn, which is the ruling energy of this card, Saturn in Libra has made you responsible for any indiscretions, or it's made you step up to the plate where love and relationships are concerned, as far as finding the balance, being diplomatic within relationships, moving forward with your head and your heart as opposed to just your heart. So Libra, if you are having some worries or concerns about whether or not things will go amok again, I would say in the month of October, don't worry about it. Continue to concentrate on that person or that physical body, or are you concentrating on perfecting whatever craft it is that you feel like that you need to perfect? You got it. You got it going on. You're beyond the restrictions. Like I told you, you've got the balance. And there is definitely, Libra, something new for you that has come in or is coming in the month of October. And it doesn't have to result in any sort of mental conflict. You got this. You got this. You've learned your lessons. You stepped up to the plate. You've taken responsibilities. And now you know how to handle any and everybody that comes your way. Now, Libra, the other thing that I can say is there could be this Queen of Swords that you're dealing with could be a Gemini, Libra, or Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that is coming into your life. So if you are if you're this person, if you're the into cheating and backstabbing and things like that, don't get it twisted, because you'll get cut. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, she sees it. She knows it. And she's got resting bitch face. So she's telling you right off the bat, you can go ahead and knock this chip off my shoulder if you want to, and see what happens. And she'll be calm and cool and collected. She may even seem a little detached, but don't get on her bad side. It's going to be all good unless you get on her bad side. And then the claws are coming out. And so that's the way that I see it, Libra. If anybody would like to get a personal reading with me, you can do so by contacting me at tina@85thHouseVibrations.net. If you are new here, thank you so much for watching. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. And I hope to talk to you guys again next month.